Hello, World Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. Happy Friday, September 2nd. Means it's time for a store review, but we have a long weekend, so I hope everyone has a fun, safe holiday. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and help me continue to grow the channel. So, this store review, we've got a new tank in the Super Hellcat that you can buy for gold, not in crates, which we enjoy. We'll talk about it in a second. Also in this review, we've got the Lansen C for sale, and the Räumpanzer is back in crates, which we will talk about as well. But since we just started the month, want to go ahead and talk about Operation Street Fury, the new battle pass. Obviously, everyone gets the top line here for free. Works out to be about 400,000 silver, 350 gold, and 10,000 free XP. Great deal just for coming in and completing missions. But to enhance that deal, go ahead and buy the premium pass. $5 gets you everything on the bottom two rows here, and that adds up to now 4 million in silver, 3,100 gold, 98,000 free XP, and about 9 5x boosters on top of all of the other boosters as well, making that deal about a $600 per gold equivalency, not including the fact that you are getting the Enforcer, which is a tank destroyer at tier 6. Neat little camo on it, which is active for the first 5-6 seconds of the battle. Looks to me a lot like the Jackson there. And you're also getting the Kehoe at tier 4 as well. So $6 just in gold equivalency, not including your silver, your free XP, your premium time. It's one of the better deals in the game right now. But like I said, does require you coming in and completing all of your missions. For $3 more, you can get a license, which, as you see here, allows me to unlock multiple weeks at a time. And for me, I like it because I can knock out all of these missions, get the tank, do a review on it, talk about it, and then not have to worry about coming in every day and completing missions. So let's hop in, and first off the bat, look at this, $100 for the Räumpanzer. Crazy, insane, I understand, but let's just go ahead and explain it for those of you that might be interested in this. It's a lot of money for this tank for sure. You are guaranteed charms, 25 of them. In this bundle here, you're going to get 25 containers. You are guaranteed to get the tank. We look at the description here, it is a 5% drop chance. So maybe you get the tank twice and you end up with some extra gold on top of that for, getting the tank twice. There is a 30% drop chance of gold. So you're going to get some gold back. How much? Can't really say, but if you look at the 10,000 gold, it's 0.1%, 5,000 gold, 1.6%. So that adds up to 30%. So if you're going to get gold, most likely going to be in the 100, 200, or 500 range. And like I said, if you do get the tank twice, 3,750 gold for the tank. So I don't like the deal here, but I know some of you might be intrigued, knowing that you're guaranteed the tank, ending up with some gold and other items. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the Fearless Guards again. 3 strong tier 8 tanks. You've got the Progetto, the medium active auto reloading tank, which I would honestly say that this tank and the T28 Htc are pretty much must-own tanks at tier 8. They're going to be tanks that you pull up frequently and you use often. The AMX, strong frontal armor on this tank, good gun, and also another solid tank. What I like about this bundle here, 22,000, you're looking at just over 7,000 per tank, which is a good price for 3 strong tanks. You're getting all the equipment slots unlocked. You're getting 35x boosters that applies to all tanks. So for those of you out there that are grinding your tech tree tanks, use that 5x booster on those. Makes that grind so much easier. And then of course you have an order here, which I believe should end up with 7 mystery crates on top of that. So not a bad deal right here off the bat. The Lansen is available by itself below, but for right now, we're showing this bundle here that includes the MFL10, which is a tank I really enjoy. I don't think it gets much love in the game, perhaps. 3 shell reload with 1.3 seconds between shells, 2.6 seconds to get 3 shots off. It really does throw people for a loop when you hit them that fast. And that also comes with an order as well. Price on that, I would say, is a little bit high, only because the Lansen is relatively new. And yes, you guys corrected me. I was wrong. The Keeler was not given away for free. It was the Eagle 75TS. Keeler, Kyler, not sure how to pronounce it. German is not a strong suit for sure. Anyway, VK9001, very good frontal tank, side scraping tank. Suffers from a lack of gun depression. It is a solid tank, and we see that the 5x booster here again applies to all tanks. I do think, though, that 35,000 is extremely high for this bundle, just because I am not a fan of these German super heavies. The tier 8, the Eagle, and the Kyler there. So, anyway, keep that in perspective. Mentioned the Lucky 8, 3 guaranteed tier 8 tanks, $50. An interesting little bundle here. Don't think that they have necessarily completely updated this list of tanks with the newest. No, they haven't updated the newest tier 8 tanks here. So that would be my biggest downside to this bundle here. 75,000 gold for 50 containers. All right, so I guess the good thing here is that you're going to get a gold charm, and I believe every 7 gold charms you get 1,000 gold back. So 10 gold charms you're going to get. So you're going to get 5,000 gold back. So the total deal here is 70,000. Again, you're going to get a potential to get a container that then you open another container for another % chance of getting the tank inside. Wow. I really would love to watch somebody buy this and open this and see what they actually get. Because I certainly am not going to. That is just not worth it in my mind. We mentioned the offers for the Battle Pass. $20 is going to get you an extra 20 levels completed straight off the bat. My recommendation would be just buy the premium pass and get everything. If you're a little short on time and want to get more levels done at one time, spend the extra $3. Otherwise, just go with the $5 premium pass and run through it that way. More Räumpanzer boxes here. Tog 2. Yeah. Not a tank I'd really spend gold on, to be honest with you. It's more of a meme tank. Yeah, I don't really need to say much more on that. It's just slow. They've made some increase and some buffs to it. A little bit more armor. It's got a nice gun, but it's just too slow. Obviously the nuance to it is it's extremely high in hit points. The Lorraine 40T. I do enjoy this tank. You can have some really big games in it. The armor's decent. We look at the tank here, and 4 shells in the magazine makes it a little bit unique for a tier 8. We know they've changed some of the tier 10 tanks to put 4 shell magazines in there, so it's not completely unique to the game itself. The difficulty with this tank is when you go through that extremely long 20-second reload, you better make sure no one's able to shoot at you, because there's not a lot you can do, and you're just going to bleed hit points at that. So it does take a totally different game play style. You have to be very map aware in this tank, but once you get those four shots loaded, you really can dish out some damage, as is the case with a lot of these auto loaders. That burst damage over in a game really does add up. All right, so now we get to the first bundle here with the Super Hellcat and the T28 Htc. This is a very interesting tank, in my opinion. The two biggest weak spots are these gun mantlets here on the side. So if you can, but what you'll notice here is, where is the left and right? Anyway, I can't find it. The obviously the gun is able to go left and right a significant amount. So if you can put yourself behind a building here, and you can hide this part of the tank and get your gun out over this part of the tank, it's a really solid tank at the tier. The downside here is 4 degrees of gun depression, so you really got to work the terrain to your advantage on this tank. But I do enjoy it for its uniqueness, and like I said, if you can get it into those right positions, as a solid tank. Now let's talk about the Super Hellcat. Very low pen numbers on this tank. I think it's 180, 190. Most of the TDs are going to be in the 220s, 230s at this tier. I haven't really noticed it to be an issue just yet. What I have noticed, though, the dispersion is pretty poor too. You know, going from the Hellcat at tier 6, they've left the speed and mobility the same, so it's super fun. It gets around the map very quickly, and it has the fully rotational turret, although very slow traverse. Um, but they've made the gun a little bit worse, but increased the DPM on it. So, you know, it's one of those tanks, doesn't have a lot of armor, and so you can use the speed to relocate yourself, usually the back of the map, sniping positions. But and that's why this dispersion kind of comes into play a little bit more on this tank, in my opinion, than the Hellcat at tier 6. Nice little bundle. Granted, this is 2 tier 7s, but if you look at it for 4,000 gold each, um, it's I would recommend it. The Hellcat by itself, where did it go? Unless it's disappeared because I have purchased it. It is 6,000 gold by itself. So only an additional 2,000 gold to get the camo for both of these, which the 6,000 didn't come with camo, and all of the equipment slots unlocked and whatnot. So I think this is a good bundle here if you don't have the HTC. T15 PZ2J. The PZ2J used to be one of those very rare tanks in the game, and used to be kind of like the mouse at tier 3. No one could pen it, but it just did not pen anything in of itself. So rather unique tank there. $4. You're going to get almost 2,000 back in return if you decide to sell them. So 400 gold per dollar gives you 2 garage slots as well. And then finally, the Lansen, 12,500. It's too expensive still, guys. I do really enjoy the tank, primarily because of the fact that it sits in between that range. I talk about this every week. It seems like the high firing, low damage Action X type of tank versus the T34-2 type of high caliber, long reloading, high damage tanks. This one sits there in the middle, 320 average damage, I believe. Yeah, 320 average damage on this. So, you know, it's not the 170s, 180s, 190s. It's not the 400s, but it's got a very nice high average damage. Damage per minute number is pretty low, and to me that, and oftentimes with the meta being so many heavy tanks, I find it difficult to get good penning shots on it as well. So just keep that in mind. Again, 12.5 for this is still too high. It's only been for sale one other time, so we just got to wait for the price to come on down. All right, so I'm not going to talk about the other two tanks. I talked about those last time. They're not going to be there much longer. Really not much else in the store here. Oh, wait. What section was I in? Jesus. Thought I was in the tank section. All right, yeah, so here's a Super Hellcat 6000 by itself. We've already talked about all of these up there before. So anyway, guys, you know, we've talked about all of the other stuff in here numerous times already. So guys, just be smart. You know, look for those better deals where you're getting more gold per dollar with your purchase, and of course have fun out there. Stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.